Hi everyone, it's Cherry Enchantress. I'm here with a pick a card, and I know it's been a little while. I got really exhausted after all of those zodiac horoscopes, and I'm going to be putting out some more predictions pretty soon for 2022, so I just wanted to take a little rest. But this is kind of to tide you over until we do some messages from your person. And also tonight I'm going live if you want to check out my community page to get that link so you can come see me live. All right, so this topic came to me right before I went to sleep the other night. And it is kind of a message from your person, from the divine masculine to the divine feminine. That's just how I'm gonna go with it. And it's about your essence. So how does your divine masculine see your essence? And it's kind of a message from him. It'll be some cards, general cards, a little bit of messaging from your divine masculine, and also a little bit of a message from the spirit. Okay, I'm gonna go take my cat out, so I'll be right back. Alright, so we have 4 piles here, like I said, each one with a different stone, starting from left to right. This is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. Pile 1 is a blue lace agate. Pile 2 is Flourite. Pile 3 is a pink agate. Pink agate and pink opal for pile number 4. All right, so let's take a deep breath in. Close your eyes, release your breath. I'm a little stuffy with sinuses or allergies or something this weather, I tell you what. Okay, let's do it one more time. Ready? Take a deep breath in. Close your eyes, release your breath. Open your eyes and let them drift to the pile that's meant for you. Let's begin. Alrighty, and here is pile number 1 with the blue lace agate. And let's see what your energy oracle is. You have the thinking woman. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down and see what's next. All right, let's see. And then these are a few of the Elle Qui cards, and this will kind of give you, this is going to give sort of a general essence of how your person sees you, how your divine masculine sees you. And then we're going to go into some tarot to get a little bit more channeled messages. But we have she who desires, yearn, long, pine for. So, first of all, he sees you as intelligent, also book smart, good at facts and figures, also practical, logical. She who guides, he sees you as spiritual. She who knows, wisdom, clarity, and resolution, a new path, guide, renewal. So, she who yearns, he sees you as somebody he actually yearns for, and he feels this very strong pull towards you. I'm going to say he, but it could be she. And there is this feeling that you are a guiding light to him. You might be in some kind of psychological profession that deals with the mind and the way we think. It could be anything from a therapist to a light worker, but has something to do with your ability to understand people and use your intellect, but also your intuition to help people. So what he's seeing is this amazing pull towards you, to your mind. I feel like maybe there's a psychic connection here. He sees you as a butterfly, as a fairy. He sees you as kind of, not so much that he sees you as a nerd, but he sees that you think of yourself kind of as a goofy nerdy type. But he actually, your essence is not this at all. Your essence is very strong, and it kind of female Einstein. It's kind of a hard thing to pinpoint without making it sound too masculine or harsh, but he does see you completely feminine, like very vulnerable. That's the thing. There's a vulnerability to you, a sweetness, a softness, a vulnerability to you that really pulls him in. And I think he sees this kind of shell, a little bit of a shell, protective shell, that you use your intellect to protect that shell. But he thinks that's kind of attractive too, that your intellect, it's almost like, oh, I got goosebumps on this one. It's almost like you're Wonder Woman, but the two personalities, or Superman, but the Diana personality with the glasses and all, matter of fact and business, and then this power behind it. Once you rip off the glasses and whip out your lasso, there's something that's a very beautiful strength in you that not anybody just knows. I think there's this kind of goddess essence lying underneath the bookworm. It's very beautiful. Okay, let's see what other messages might come through from your divine masculine. This deck smells good because I sprayed it with perfume. Let's see. I think what inspired me to do this is, for some reason, I've been seeing a lot of those love letter message type videos recently, and I feel like this is going to be a trend. And although I don't want to totally change my style and start doing love letter messages, I know that the thirst, the desire for more channeled messages is there. So let me see what other kind of messages I can get from this person. And I'm just saying that there is this may feel very specific to some, and it may connect to resonate with a big group, a big community, a big collective as well. But so if it's not resonating, don't force it, don't push it. It could belong to somebody else. It could be something specific for somebody else. But we've got the Eight of Cups. Okay, so I see you moving away and heading into a new direction. What I love about you is it's like there's this saying, you're so busy that no grass grows under your feet, that you're on the move, like you don't let anything get you down, you don't let changes affect you, you just pick yourself up and you keep on to the next chapter of your life. I see that your mind is so amazingly expansive. There's so much there. It's so broad and open and wise and beautiful. I love to look at your eyes when I watch you thinking, because your eyes dance with light and your eyes look like the universe to me. You're like a big universe sky. You're like all the elements rolled into one. You're alchemy. You are generosity. You're calm. You're faithful. You're present. You're moderate. How do you do it? it's so easy to go to extremes, but you stay very focused on the center, which maybe for some is not the, is not what they think is the motion and the drama and the roller coaster is supposed to be so passionate and wonderful and amazing. But to me, it's wonderful and amazing how you just imbue this sense of peace and tranquility and serenity. Wow. Goosebumps, you guys. Okay. The Akashic Records. This is exclusive to this deck. So, excuse me for interrupting, but I had to jump in and let you know that this is exclusive to this deck. And this is called the Akashic Starchild Tarot. So, the Akashic Records are a matrix beyond the mind, the ego mind. And it's almost as the way the World Wide Web looks, but in a spiritual sense, in an etheric, cosmic sense. It's out there and it's entwined and layered. And the records hold so many truths. I feel like you tap into these truths so clearly. Maybe not all the time 100% like you're always there, but I know that what you're saying comes from this source, this beautiful source, and I feel that I can trust you with anything because you're tapping into something that is higher than just the ego opinions and judgments and philosophies. Philosophy is fine, theories are fine, but this is truth, and you tap into truth. And that is what I really, really admire about you more than anything else. Oh, wow, that's a good one. That's a good one. So let's see what, I'm going to give one more. Do I need to do one more? Okay, I'm going to do one more. Secret Language of Light, message from Spirit. Whoa, that one flew out. Oh, Nourish. I don't know if I've ever gotten this one before. Okay, Nourish. So, 23 is a great number too. It's the Royal Star of the Lion. You are love and you are loved. This image consists of your soul star, Gaia, the soul of Earth, and the divine cleansing that is expanding the love of all. Honor your temple, your body, for its physical manifestation of your soul. In doing so, you honor Earth, for she is the physical manifestation of Gaia. Don't judge your environment or your body. Just be discerning about what you focus on and digest what feels helpful. Gaia knows how grateful you are because you are here. She wants to remind you that worthiness and ease are your birthright. You are creating beauty, intimacy, and deeper connections with Gaia and your higher self just by playing on Earth. Feel Gaia's loving embrace everywhere, in nature, a backyard, a pot plant, or your mind's eye. If there's something you want to change about you or Gaia's body, connect with your soul and be inspired by a new path that will lead you to your desire. On this planet, all is forever moving into more and more love. Interesting. So, Spirit's guidance here, Spirit's message is a body image message. It's about your body is beautiful just the way it is. You are a gift. But it's also adding to a step to it of being aware, more aware of everything, of nourishment, being aware of just aware of your body, you know, what little things you can do to change, say if you have pain somewhere, or what little things, you know, and these things don't have to be medicines, but they can be. But I would choose to focus on what you ingest first, like the little things, and how much you move or you don't move, you know, things like that. So those are some things that I mean, I need to take advice from spirit in this case. But you know, you'll know when those times where you just feel right, when you feel balanced, when you feel this, when you feel like, okay, I've sustained myself, I've given myself good nourishment, I'm taking good care of myself, I'm balancing my day with plenty of rest, but also sunshine, but also kind of like you're a plant, you know, get a little bit of water, a lot of water, get a little bit of sun. Maybe it doesn't always have to be sun, but some, as much as you know, just kind of like outdoors, a little breath of fresh air, get a little bit of food, get a little bit of quiet time, you know, rest, and just find the balance every day. It's not always that easy, trust me, I know, but it's important to keep trying every day. Just don't judge yourself for not doing it. Don't do that. You know, just kind of, whenever you think about it, then realize, hey, it's on my head right now. What can I do different right now? Like maybe go get some water or something like that. I don't know. Like, I'm not the right kind of person to tell you these things because I have plenty of bad habits. But you know, if you start to feel your body's achy, maybe go do those belly dancing moves that you're meant to, kept telling yourself that you were gonna do. All right, so that's a little advice. Let's go ahead and get a few charms. Why not? Let's see. Okay, charms. My charm bowl is stuck. Here we go. I'm not sure what the charms will tell us. Well, you might be starting something new, but there's something, you know, what attracts me to people sometimes is purity. Like they have this pure look about them, or this fresh look, or clean. I like clean looking people. So there's something clean and pure and fresh about you. Like you always look, maybe you're a good driver, or you're on the go and you're on the move. Maybe you're going to be driving. And a visitor could be coming in, but you're also maybe good. So there's just a lot of movement here. There's messaging, something important coming through. Look, it's gifts. Maybe you'll be delivering gifts. Maybe that's Santa Claus coming through. Maybe you have a Santa kind of essence about you as well. You feel very sure. Maybe you love kitties. And maybe this is my reading. No. And you've got, I don't, let's see if I can get this unstuck. This has been in here. Okay. This is the United States, and it's like an award pin for piano playing across the United States. So you could resonate to the piano playing, you could resonate to United States, you could resonate to getting awards. You're going to get an invitation. So that's exciting. I feel like I was thinking about an invitation earlier in the reading, and what was I thinking? I just feel like things are changing, happening, and accept invitations, accept things when they're offered to you. Not everything's going to be right, and the things that are wrong will peter out or won't evolve into anything, and the things that are right will turn into something. Okay, but I think somebody might be visiting you or sending you an invitation, or a little bit of both, or a message. This is your message. All right, well, I'm going to move on to the next. I hope you like that. Alrighty, and here's pile number 2 with the Flourite. I love the way this looks. It's just so, so pretty. Let's see what your energy oracle is. You have woman holding the heart. So I'm going to get the fuller picture, but right off the bat, you're definitely a heart person, a lover, a feeler, an empath. And these are Elle Qui cards. Let's see what we got. You have she who becomes, Eterna, metamorphosis, transcend, journey. She who listens, Hannah, understanding, witness, and compassion. She who nurtures, Colette, empathy, gentleness, insight. These go so well. So your divine masculine, I'm going to say he, but it could be a she, is seeing your essence as, right away the first thing he sees is heart. Your beautiful, sweet heart. And that's why I feel like, got goosebumps. That's why I feel like a lot of people you'll date, or when you go out with them, their endearment for you will be sweetheart or sweetness or sweets or something like that, because of your heart. Your heart shows, like you have your heart on your sleeve, and it is so sweet and endearing. It makes them feel safe. It makes them feel cuddled and loved and nurtured, and it makes them feel it's unconditional, so it makes them feel like they don't have to do anything or be anything outside of who they are. They don't have to impress you. They don't have to. They're sort of in awe of the fact that you love them the way they are, just as they are. And that also makes them so happy. Being with you, like, is joy. Your essence is joy. That's another part of your essence. Your essence is a heart essence, but it's joy. It's like pure bliss and happiness. Your essence lights up the room. It lights up the heart chakra. It changes the energy and dynamic of the room. Your essence makes him feel like he can talk to you and you understand. Your essence makes him feel like he won't be judged. He feels, like I said, safe to say anything. You might be the kind of person that attracts people all over the place come to you, especially children. Children look at you and smile at you, and they look at you and they look at your face, and I don't know if they're seeing something past your face, like a light behind you, or fairies or angels or what, but they look at you like there's so much more to you than just your outer surface. Little children will be the first ones to help you understand what your essence is, that you have a beautiful aura, you glow, and they feel safe with you. And so kids will like talk to you and laugh with you and tell them stories about what they just did, and they feel totally at ease knowing that you're gonna say whatever you're gonna say is gonna make them feel good, like not judged or criticized or put down. Yeah, the sweet kids. And then strangers too, like the misfits or the people who kind of don't fit in. You do attract a lot of strange types, but honestly, within those strange types are really nice people who just don't seem to fit in with the rest of the crowd, and they see you and your essence, and they feel like, oh my gosh, thank God she's here, because I feel like now I can have somebody that won't be mean to me, or somebody who won't roll their eyes to me, or somebody who won't like, I can see in her eyes she's actually listening to me and not like looking past at me and thinking of the next thing. You're very present, which is a beautiful gift to have. Like, you also have a very strong awareness and consciousness in moments. You have, you like relish beauty in moments, and yeah, that's very admirable too. And this gets you into a very high spiritual state a lot of the time. You don't even realize it. When your heart chakra is really glowing, it's almost like your heart chakra lights up the rest of your chakras, and you're really in a very beautiful state. You probably are the type though that could use some other chakra work once in a while and realign it. And because you're an empath, you definitely need your own alone time and time to recuperate, time to heal. And if there are haters out there that just don't get you at all and they just come at you, it can really knock you down. So there's you're gonna need lots of protective I'm gonna say gear. You're gonna symbolic armor. And therefore, I feel like you're also a warrior because you have a special gear. You know what it takes to stay strong, to have a tough skin sometimes when it's needed. It's so funny, it's kind of this combination of heart on the sleeve and tough skin person. Anyway, let's see now what does your Divine Masculine want to say about your essence? I mean, this is what he's saying. He's thinking this, but I'm going to go now kind of go into his voice. You come off as full of heart, full of love, full of joy, but I actually see you a lot as an intellect too, an intellectual. I also see you as a spiritual person, and I see you as a teacher. I think you're a reluctant teacher, but you are very wise, and the things you say are very beautiful and right. I think that the thing about your essence is that because you're a reluctant teacher, it makes it so much easier to trust and believe you whenever you speak. And I feel that you are a teacher by example, because you give the best example of how to be a good person. So people want to emulate you and be like you because you exude this amazing essence, energy of goodness, of kindness, of peacefulness, of joy, of giving, all of these things. I see you very connected with your animals, the way you feed them, the way you love them, the way you kiss them, the way you snuggle with them. You have so much love to give, and there's not enough people out there who appreciate that kind of love. But the creatures that do appreciate your love, like your pets, like the animals, really they appreciate it. I'm sure it's hard to tell with pets because they can be so aloof sometimes, unless you have a very affectionate dog. But all dogs are kind of affectionate, so it's kind of hard to tell with pets. But I feel like if you just knew how much I love you, it's that same feeling that you get when the dog licks your face. I don't know. All I can say is that your love is infectious. The way you love makes me want to be my best self and love that way. Be generous and charitable and kind and giving the same way you are. You are so psychically in tune with me too, that I feel joy and excitement and happiness when I'm with you, but more especially when I feel us orbiting closer to each other. When we may be at times distant in physical forms, but spiritually feel so close and connected to you always, through our minds, through our telepathy. That's why I know you're more than just heart. You have an incredible mind. You're the teacher, you're the philosopher, you're the wise one, you're the sage. And so therefore, because your heart and your mind are so strong, so intense. You are vivid. Yes, I see you so clearly. It may be just you and our connection, but I have a feeling you're vivid for a lot of people because of what this thing that you exude. I also admire your fearlessness for somebody who's so vulnerable, so easily attacked because of your empathy, who could get down so easily if they let themselves. They don't, because, and you just step right into the unknown. And yeah, I want to be your armor. I want to protect you so much. I worry. I should not worry. I don't worry because I have faith in you. You're very strong. But I really want to protect you against all the darkness, because I could tell that there are times when the darkness can try to suck you and turn you from the light, from your beauty, from your joy. So I want to be there to help protect you from that. I love how you're connected to everything astrological and metaphysical and spiritual. You know so much. Like, how do you know all this stuff? I'm so impressed by you. Okay, so let's see now what Spirit wants to tell you. Like, what's a message from Spirit? Some advice, maybe, because pile 1, we got a little bit of advice. Okay. Oh. So you've got Soul Tree. It could be that there is some ancestral healing needs to be done. Let's check it out. So trees are filled with wisdom, just like you. You are becoming more connected to nature. It's funny, there's a strong Gaia energy here in the feminines. Trees are great holders of wisdom and knowledge. Next time you are near a tree, try asking it what it would like you to know, and listen with an open heart for an inspired response. The same life force that animates you also flows through the trees. We are all in this together. Now imagine, and just by the way, if Cheryl picked this pile, this is all you, Cheryl. Now imagine the trees are physical manifestations of angels. Their divine essence flows deep into trees, as angels are far-reaching in their ability to help, care, and create. Trees, like angels, see and feel without judgment, always emitting an eternal stream of love. Allow angelic tree energy to flow through you, sending roots deep into the ground, forming a solid foundation that enables you to reach higher and deeper into the light and soul of you. From this vantage point, you can sculpt your ideas and dreams to be planted upon the earth for you to enjoy through your physical senses. Very nice. So, go talk to a tree. The trees. Grandma Willow. Go watch Pocahontas. You're kind of a Pocahontas type, I think. I mean, she seemed very earthy, and you seem kind of more water. But I think you have a little bit of everything in you. So let's see what the charms have to say to help that out. All right. So, oh my goodness, you've got rings coming in. You might be in for a commitment soon. The man's ring and the female engagement ring. So what your divine masculine feels for you, you feel equally. And wedding bells. I mean, this is serious commitment coming up. Mr. Spock is you know what, your person, your divine masculine, may be the thinking man, a lot like pile 1, but in the masculine form. And your masculine could be female, but there's this kind of quirky, stiff outer appearance with this beautiful, warm, loving interior. And they could be Trekkies or some kind of, yeah, into something like that. What's the latest trend now? It's not thirst traps, it's nerd traps or something like that. Anyway, got an idea. You have love. Look, this could represent a performer because that's the amphitheater in Australia, in Sydney, Australia. And hello Australians, if you're out there, I love you too. Oh my gosh. So you have the Saint Margaret here that you can talk to. Margaret is a very special angel saint who is she is the patron saint of single mothers. So if you're a single mother, this is especially helpful to you. And yeah, and females, and she also appeared to Saint Joan. So if there's sort of this kind of need to find strength, you know, and guidance, Saint Margaret is there for you. You've got the camera, so it could be some photography happening here, photographing butterflies and nature and whatnot, but it could also represent your cell phone and selfies and looking at pictures of each other. I feel like your divine masculine, for most of you, the majority of the collective here is aware of who you are, and you're aware of who they are, and you're about to get very close and more connected. And I think you've seen each other visibly on social media. Yeah, it's gone beyond dreams, although there's just a small segment of you who are still in the 5D's dreams connection, but I think a lot of you have moved on to at least a physical awareness of this person, and they can't stop looking at you. Somebody might be stepping out soon. We've got Buddha here, spirituality, and the world. Your spirituality. See, you're very connected. You're Mama Gaia connection, and it came out so much with the image of the Queen of Crystals and being connected with animals and children and the environment and trees. You know, you're so connected in a natural way. It's not even here, but this whole reading is like the Empress energy, this beautiful, loving, giving, good with animals. You have a soulmate here for sure. A fortune's coming through, and you have the Parasailer, which is just saying, you know, just keep doing what you're doing, just going with the flow, just being who you are. You're sailing right along at the perfect pace and speed. Be ready, that transformation is coming soon. Let me get you a fortune to go with your cookie. You get a little extra prize. Okay, have no regrets. That's a good thing to say. I feel like you're moving on to something bigger and better. Oh yeah, because you got bon voyage. You're moving on to something bigger and better, and I feel like it could be a little bit scary, but you're so brave. You know, your divine masculine was one to know that you go into the unknown without fear, and they admire that so much, and he feels like there's going to be an upcoming opportunity to do that. Don't ever feel bad about anything that's led you to this point, because it was all meant to be, right? Have no regrets. And yeah, even if it's taken time to get to where you're going, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up over it. Sometimes things take a little longer. And then congratulate yourself when you get there and when you achieve it. But also remember, it's like Rapunzel. Once you've found out the mystery of the lanterns and the lights in the sky, then start to dream up the next dream. What's your next dream? What's your next adventure? You know, so revel in the discovery of your adventure, of your dream, because you're going to make your dreams come true. You're manifesting completely, and you're going to manifest them sooner than you realize. And when you do, it's going to feel really great. And then you're going to hit a moment of, oh gee, what's next? But that will also come to you. So your life is going to be full of adventures, and I feel like multiple goals and achievements will happen for you. And then you're going to set your next goal, and so on and so on, and it's going to be really great. So and your divine masculine will be about by your side eventually. So don't regret having to leave certain people behind that that weren't on the same path as you. Okay, it's okay. You know, you have to do this for yourself. All right, well, I hope you like that. I'm going to move on to the next. Hi, pile number 3 and the pink agate. So this is your essence and some messages from the divine masculine to you. And I'm going to say he, but it could be a she, but just to be focused. And so let's see what your energy oracle says. You have Goddess of the Moon. So right away your masculine is thinking of you as very connected to the moon and moon cycles and spirituality, and maybe it's a Cancer thing, maybe it's a High Priestess thing, but there's some magic within you. So let's keep looking. So these are Elle Qui messages, cards. She who dreams. So very psychic connection here, a dream connection for sure. Escape, dreams, fantasy. Ooh, she who divines, futura, future, choice, and judgment. So you could be a tarot reader, or you could just have this ability of seeing into the future, sort of a divination. You might consider yourself a witch, or maybe he sees you that way, but in an all good way. He sees you as, yeah, I mean, and to him, witch is not a derogatory word. It's actually very sexy and powerful, and he sees you as that, sexy and powerful, yet also very sweet. Yeah, you have a gentle aura. It doesn't come off harsh or scary, but you do have that intense gaze once in a while that throws him off, and he suddenly gets hit in a certain way that surprises him, because he sees you more as that light and fairy and light worker kind of energy. But then there's moments where your gaze penetrates his very soul, and he knows there's, you know. So I feel like you're divine masculine. Let's see what else. Conciencia. Concia. She who whispers, secrets, confessions, and confidant. So he trusts you immensely, impeccably with his secrets. You are a total high priestess. The high priestess is the one with the knowledge, and sometimes it's secret knowledge, and sometimes it's just plain secret, so she's not allowed to share because she's made an oath or a promise to keep quiet. But it's not just that, it's also about discretion, like knowing the right time and place to talk about things. It's also like this kind of ability to, you know how they've been, how you hear this a lot lately. You said the quiet part out loud. People will just do that. Say the quiet part out loud, stick their foot in the mouth, and embarrass themselves and other people. She won't do that. She won't say the quiet part out loud. And if she does, it will be just with the divine masculine and quietly. So this is you. This is you being very discreet. It's not about being a gossip. It's not about having power over anyone and, you know, talking about people behind their backs. Not at all. Not at all. You're so... You actually are one of the least gossipy people he knows. You don't talk about that. You're so full of consia that you don't talk about anybody. But there are times where you may confide. This is where you become vulnerable. You might confide in someone you care about your deeper fears or insecurities. And as long as you trust them and you feel like you can confide in them. But there have been those who have betrayed you, and they're ones that threw all your information back in your face, and made you feel foolish for even trusting them in the first place. But in the bigger picture, you don't feel foolish. In the bigger picture, it was only a moment of feeling betrayed and feeling foolish, but in the bigger picture, you would have done it all over again, because it's who you are. And you're usually extremely discerning, and actually think the person you told these things to was a person that you could normally trust, but they were having a very unconscious moment in their lives. And so that is, see, you're conscious. You're very conscious of moments. You're conscious of who you are, what you say, how it'll affect people. So you take very strong care on how you speak. You're very careful and you're very deliberate. You probably have extremely great pronunciation and enunciation. Like magnetize you. You're like magnetize yourself. You're like infinity. She really pronounces things. She really wants to be understood and be very clear. And she often says this word, meaning. Whenever she wants to clarify something, meaning. And I feel like you're kind of like that too. You're like, you say something and they say, let me clarify, or meaning this. Let me add another layer to this meaning, to this message that I'm giving you, because I want you to be very clear of what I'm trying to tell you. Because it's important for me to be clear, because it's important for this person to be seen as truthful and honest. This person, maybe only her only little glimmer of fault is caring about other people's opinions to a certain degree, but she is the high priestess, so she rises above that often. She might slip down back into this caring what other people think, then she rises above that again and sees the bigger picture and realizes she has to be true to herself. So your divine masculine here is seeing you as a person who's extremely trustworthy, extremely discerning about people, extremely conscientious and conscious. Like you're very aware of yourself and other people. You're also an empath, and so no one can lie to you. You for some crazy reason seem to attract narcissists. And I feel like when these narcissists come to you, you look at them as if, don't you know that I know who you are, that you're gaslighting me, or that you're doing this or whatever. And yet you won't let them on. You just let them speak and be whoever they want to be, because you don't judge either. You don't judge. You are just you. But I think somehow you attract this opposing energy, because it's almost like a test in the balance of who you are somehow, because you have that dark side too. So you're constantly balancing your light and the dark as well, because you tap into it on a daily basis. I feel like you connect with so many people, maybe in your work or whatever. You have to be careful of your energies, of what you absorb to. The dark and the light try to come through as well for you, but you're a little bit different than pile 2, which is she needs, this external armor. She needs ritual. She needs prayers or whatever. You could do well with that, but it's almost like the armor is built into you automatically. You're not the kind of person necessarily that attracts little children. You have the kind of look about you that says, but you do attract the little kids, surprisingly, because you have an authenticity and an honesty about you. So kids trust you. But at the same time, you're not necessarily the kind of person that new people will come to talk to, or somebody will ask you for directions necessarily, because you have this kind of aura or essence of strength, a strength. And the strength is good, but the strength is not always approachable. It can be sometimes intimidating. Sometimes this is what you portray. This is your essence. It's a strength that can sometimes be a little bit intimidating to some. And it just depends too, because you think you also have sort of a day-to-day, it's not so much you're changeable or that you're you're two-faced, but you're not that. This is you being like a diamond, multifaceted, or like an onion, multi-layered. But you you have this beautiful aura, this calm, this tranquility, this beauty, this light within you, this fairy-like quality that really is attractive to people, and they like you. You're a very likable person, but yet you also cut through all the liars and people almost at a glance. You know, they might be attracted to you, but they get the heck out of there pretty quick because they don't want to see the truth of themselves. And so yeah, if you attract somebody, then you know that this person is authentic as you. If your divine masculine is going through some really major changes right now, like really a lot of healing and growth, and you might be in separation. It could be because facing you is facing all his faults, and it's a little scary. But at the same time, he's so thrilled and excited to have met you, because it's also in that reverse, like, I needed this person to put me in my place. I needed this wake-up call. I needed her to show me the way, to show me. So yeah, and then there'll be times where the masculine is completely kind of settled in his feelings and thoughts, and he'll be able to really open up with you. So you'll be surprised. Your divine masculine is going to start opening up quite a bit with you. And I think you've gone in spurts where he might have opened up a lot, and then he'll pull back, and then he'll open up, and he'll pull back. But there'll be a time where he's just going to just totally let it all relax and not be jumpy, because he counts on, he trusts you, he has faith in you, he knows that you're not going to do him wrong, even though he's done you wrong. You see? So he knows that much about you, that even in the height of his badness, you stayed consistently peaceful, even though he can tell you've been angry and sad and all these other things, that you've never retaliated and you've kept it all to yourself. And you actually need to purge these things, you know, you need to purge these hurts and things, but I feel like you have to. Like, you are the high priestess, you know. I feel like when you go down into the humans level, you going down to the collective level, right? Which is a variety of people, right? It could be a lot of other high level people, and there could be some kind of not so high level, maybe toxic people. But when you go out into that, you do kind of absorb a lot of varieties of energy. But then you step away from. I mean, sometimes you're almost tempted to become that energy, but you step away from that, and then you go back into your place of by the moon. Like, you use the moon, I see, a lot for your peace and tranquility. And if you don't, then you should. So definitely be aware of what moon cycle you were born under, and of how the moon affects your body through all the phases, and affects your mind and your energy, and play upon them. Use the moon for your rituals and whatever. And I feel like most of you that are listening already do, and so that's the right thing to do. Very good. Another warning here is, like, maybe too much escapism. So maybe it's okay to, like, play video games and read books and do those kinds of things, escape TV and stuff, but, like, do those things in moderation as much as possible. But definitely be in the now, in the present. That's a better way, you know. Just be outside and do some grounding, a lot of peaceful moments, a lot of meditation is very helpful here. Okay, let's see what else the, the masculine wants to say to you. Yes, see, he thinks so too. He's like, you are my twin flame. You are my other half. You're my match. I know you. You know, every time I go into doubt, something else pops up to prove to me it's in the mood. Here is another proof. Proof is in this reading. It's in the cards, my dear. It is here. It's you and I. We are the moon cycles. I am a very dominant moon in my chart as well. Wherever the, you know, whether I have Cancer in the first house, rising, or moon, or just a lot of moon energy. I just feel like because of that, we're super psychically connected and very interested in the occult things together. I'm so attracted to the way you read and you do your work, and the way the spirituality of you. You're just very quiet person, peaceful, but I can tell there's so much always going on in your mind, behind your eyes. Your eyes drive me crazy. They make me so long to be around you. When I see you, you give me this charge, this courage, this will to go on. I know that sounds crazy, but I might, if I get into a depression, or if I get into this feeling like I've been hurt, I feel like I can't go on, or if I feel like I've hurt you, by hurting, you know, hurting you hurts me. I think even sometimes worse. And I don't even know why I do that. It's almost like I'm punishing myself by punishing you. Like hurting myself for no reason. It's ridiculous. It's but I just want you to know, like, for one, I'm sorry, and two, that it's part of this journey that I'm on, that we're on, our soul journey, our twin flame journey. I feel like there is these wounds that I'm healing. You and I both, we're so alike. We're both warriors. We're both wounded. We're both growing at the same speed. I might be like behind you in certain levels, certain processes, but I feel like we're really, really on the same track. You may be the high priestess, but I am the magician, and we are the perfect couple. You can manipulate the 5D and the dream world and bring dreams into reality, but I will manipulate the physical world and create life for us, create this place that only we could dream of. There's a huge transformation happening for us. I see it. I see our potential. I see amazing things. Okay, let's see what I think it's a good place to stop. All right, so let's see about what your message is from Spirit. What's some advice? Okay, insight. That sounds like a good one. That looks like meditation. I feel like both people, you and your masculine, need to meditate a little bit more, but you do have a really great telepathic connection, intuitive alignment here. And he's very aware that he's your twin flame, which is really great. And I feel like you know this person pretty intimately, at least on a 5D level. So Spirit is saying refine your psychic senses, and it will help you with your work too. You are or about to see further, higher, and deeper through space and time. Your psychic skills are expanding and seeing through the lens of your soul. Hone your abilities by reading about or doing a workshop on intuitive development. We are all psychic. It is a part of who we are, but we have thrust this ability into the background in favor of other senses. Problems occur when we keep looking at the unmanifested world for proof of our worth. You are worthy because you are here. There is nothing to prove. You could become an intuitive reader if this is something you desire. I think you might already be, like I'm saying, a lot of you already are intuitive readers, okay? But if you aren't and you want to be, you totally have you have a strong gift. Whoever's picking this pile has a strong gift in this direction, especially with the Goddess of the Moon and the Magician here. So you are worthy because you are here. And it could also mean that you're learning to trust what you feel, and the next steps to take will drop into your mind in the following days. Very good. All right. So let's see what your charts have to say. Okay, you have the MTV, so music and television. You might have used music and TV as an escape, which is fine. I totally recommend music as an escape and as a job and as a hobby, any of it. Music is just wonderful all the time. But be careful, you can listen to music that echoes the way you're feeling in a moment or whatever. That's fine, but it is important to also listen to music that has a good frequency. That's going to be very important to your healing, to your psychic abilities. Use music in that way. The other thing about MTV is like a generational connection you have with your twin flame. You may not be the same age or even of the same generation, but for some reason you feel of the same generation. You feel like everything that he grew up with, you grew up with. Like, like you have a lot of inside joke moments, like connections to memes and TV shows and music and all of that. Like the pop culture connection makes you really like laugh with each other, and that's a very strong part of your connection. You might have a familiar, or specifically a black cat. So if you already have a familiar, you're already on the way to being a witch, right? So you have Y, and you have the number 3, and you have the rocking horse, which means you're a very fertile person and your ideas manifest really fast. See, Gemini. So the Magician is a Gemini, is also a Gemini representation, and that's intelligent. If you're not connected to a Gemini, then you definitely is another example you're connected to a twin flame. You have the elephant here. This is about family and familial and memories and longevity. Like really like having a kindred feeling with somebody, knowing them deeply without even knowing them. You got number 1. That could represent January. You've got music here. You have the sundial, which represents both time and direction. So there's like this combination of time and direction that's part of your divine timing here. You have the birdie. Oh, this morning I watched a video. It just totally pulled me in, of a bird making its nest and then hatching its babies and then feeding its babies and then finally the babies leaving the nest. That whole cycle. And I thought, what a beautiful thing. Like, it was incredibly beautiful. Like, this kind of life lesson is good for all of us to watch in just the simplest, purest form of a little bird nest, Anyway, birds are sweet, and it represents communication. And similarly, the spider here, she makes her web for her babies. She also makes her web to catch her food, but there's no food in this web, so that's why I see this as a positive web. And spiders are very precious and beautiful. They make these beautiful art pieces everywhere for us to enjoy, and I think that's kind of you. There's about divine timing, and there's about creativity and artistry here. We have the key. You got the key to everything. Like, I feel like this group or your person or both of you are very wealthy. You have cars and houses and whatnot and lock boxes, and but also keys are about secrets, you know, keeping things locked up when you need to, keeping things close to the heart. You're very you know, when you love very deeply. You're very affectionate. You're super warm, sweet hugger and kisser. But your own, I kind of get this sense like maybe a lot of cancer or a few cancers out there where you're kind of crusty on the outside, but once you get past that outside crusty layer, you're very warm and lovey-dovey, very just cuddly and squeezable. But and also, you know, be aware, because you need that protective layer that comes with the territory. Yeah, but fairy hugs. The fairies love you, and you might be feeling very connected to fairies. You might see them. If you don't, then they see you, because you had fairies coming out earlier. So anyway, I hope you like that, and I'm moving on to the next. Hi, pile 3 with the pink opal, and this is about how your divine masculine sees your essence. Your divine masculine can be male or female, but I'm just going to use he just to be easy. All right. So let's see what your energy oracle says. You are 42, the answer, a woman holding a coin. We're going to get more into this, but right away, feeling an entrepreneurial spirit. Like, your divine masculine sees you as this amazing achiever, and you possibly could have a black cat or a familiar that he notices a lot around your aura, or maybe it's a pet that's passed on, or it could be a black dog, whatever. But there's this sense that you're good with animals. The woman holding a coin has a very Empress energy and also Queen of Pentacles energy. So somebody who's good at money, good with finances. Okay, well, I wasn't gonna just go into this. So let's find a little bit more first. We're gonna use the Elle Qui oracle for more. She who hopes, Renee. Love, hope, and relationships. She who flies, Volaris. Dare, do, reach. And she who radiates, Geneva, knowing, ambition, and confidence. Very nice. I love the colors too that popped out. A very rich, like mauve, and these purples contrast with the green. Yeah, so this very regal, rich. You look like a queen to your divine masculine. You have a beauty about you that to him goes beyond just any regular beauty. It's like, wow, you are like model beautiful, like supermodel beautiful. But it's definitely more than just your physical beauty. But your physical beauty really stands out to him and a lot of people. And you are, so you know, you have this very confident exterior, this very, not so much proud, but it's a bit proud energy. It's not, you have this very strong jaw, very kind of Scarlett O'Hara-esque, you know, this very tilted up jaw, you know, confidence, and sometimes a little bit of a spitfire, but mostly it's just plain confidence. But underneath all of that is a beautiful vulnerability. Like, you're very just sweet-natured, hopeful, generous, kind to people. You believe in love and relationships. You might be the type that likes to match make, and just like seeing people happy together. you yourself want to be happy with somebody, and you might matchmake yourself sometimes, but most of the time you're kind of on the outside looking in. Like you've been stuck a lot in the never a bride's but always the bridesmaid kind of position, where you're there for your friends. You're the type that has a lot of friends, both male and female friends, but female friends feel very connected with you despite how popular and beautiful you are. Your beauty, you're like that kind of person that's beautiful, that that other women like to be around, but they're not jealous of. Your friends just, they see past your beauty. It's kind of silly, but basically it's kind of the same thing. Like when you can feel like you're you know was not ugly, but you can feel like you're non-traditionally attractive kind of person physically, like you don't meet not like the normal standards or whatever, but people that can see beyond that and see your true inner beauty, your light, your heart, your soul. There are people like that. Well, you, on the other hand, are both. You're the beautiful beauty on the outside and the beauty on the inside. But sometimes even beautiful people are judged, right? And the people who, I shouldn't say unattractive, because there's people who are attractive of all ranges, right? I'm just talking about traditional. I'm trying to think of the right word. The societal type, guidelines or standards or whatever, standard beauty, whatever you want to call it, supermodel beauty, or the regular Jane beauty, whatever. But you know how beautiful people range from a variety of ranges, and that exterior thing don't mean a thing. That exterior thing doesn't mean anything. It's that light that shines within. So anyway, you have that in abundance. You have an amazing, beautiful light, and you have a very physical, attractive nature about you. You're very, your masculine is just too kind of like tongue-twisted and flabbergasted. Sometimes he doesn't even know what to say because he's quite in awe of you. You have some really pretty eyes too. And like, whoa, I don't know why I'm picking up this, but you have extremely beautifully arched eyebrows. Like something about the way you make sure you like frame your face. So not only are you like, you could look gorgeous without a single stitch of makeup on, but you do nice makeup once in a while on your face. And when you do, like, you really frame your face beautifully with some really pretty, perfect eyebrows. And you have like very luminescent, beautiful eyes. And sometimes you make them dramatic and lined, and sometimes they just look natural, and either way they pop. Like you have eyes that just really pop and stand out. All right, so enough about your outer beauty, because I know that sometimes like a person who grows up beautiful, who has to deal with their beauty, their physical beauty, it's almost a similar stigma as dealing with any other kind of stigma. You know what I'm saying? It's like it doesn't define you. And people like, well, I've been told, which is kind of funny because I don't consider myself in this category, but if a person has told me once, it must be hard to be beautiful or whatever, like in sarcastic way, but like, oh, getting special treatment and favors and people and stuff like that. I'm like, no, that's not actually happened to me. But it does happen to some people. Just by being beautiful, they can, sometimes get away with things or get access to things that other people can't. That has happened in society, and certain people out there have used it to their advantage, right? Like, and so those people are not beautiful on the inside when they use their physical beauty to manipulate. So your divine masculine wants you to know he knows you. He knows you're a beautiful inside and out person who does not use your beauty to manipulate others. That in fact you play it down sometimes and you laugh it off, and you act as if you're the girl next door, or you act as if you're a tomboy or boyish or whatever, and kind of like a Billie Eilish, like I got goosebumps. but it's like sometimes people who are just really beautiful like that will play their physical appearance down and literally dress like a boy, or and sometimes they're like I think Billie Eilish doesn't have a pronoun, or doesn't go, I don't know what her pronouns are, but anyway. So some of you could be in that category where you grew up in this very traditional kind of home where beauty was something that got you through the door, whatever, and you kind of rebelled against that. Maybe you are one that doesn't want to follow pronouns particularly. That's only for very few of you out there, but I think there are some of you out there that have that. Otherwise, I think that you kind of like fight for everybody. You don't want to be anybody to be discriminated against by race, by religion, by ethnicities, by heights, by size, weight, or whatever the reason is. You think all of that's ridiculous because people's true worth is on the inside. And so your divine masculine sees that in you as well. But more importantly, your divine masculine sees you, oh, I see, like some of you could be into beauty products, like creating a beauty line too as well. So your divine masculine sees you as somebody who's very good at managing things, at balancing the books, and making your world your place. I see a very Nine of Pentacles kind of woman here as well. So Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and yeah, and with a dash of High Priestess and Empress, very, very every woman type. I'm every woman, it's all in me. It's just like you just got every quality women really seek, basically, from the outer appearance all the way to your true beauty inside, and your ability to balance your feminine and your masculine by being self-starter, taking care of yourself. You might even surprise people and be very DIY and know how to build shelves and things like that, just like, or be a mechanic. Like you don't let your physical appearance make people judge you. You want to surprise people and keep them on their toes and make them realize, hey, that doesn't define me. I'm not a dumb blonde, or I'm not this, I'm not that. I know how to do things. So there's like certain skill sets that you might know that's not traditional for women. Women, you know what I'm saying? You just might know a lot of things in the face of going against these staying stereotypes that really bothered you, as you grew up. You're kind of a rebellious person in that regard, but I don't think you're a natural rebel. You're just very ambitious and confident. You're always looking to achieve the next level and keep creating and growing and learning things. And then that little sweet side of you, that little vulnerable side, is just like, you fall in love easy, and you want to see crushes develop, and you want people to be happy in their love lives and things like that. So that is what is one of the main things that he admires about you. That kind of, oh, look at them, aren't they so cute? Or like hashtag relationship goals and stuff like that. You're that kind of girl. Okay, let's see what else. Let's see what your divine masculine wants to say to you. How else he would describe your essence. Ooh. He sees you as, wow, how beautiful, the Seven of Crystals. I'm going to get a few more cards, and then I'm going to let him do the talking. Ooh, the Six of Crystals. Serenity, which is exclusive to this deck as well. Well, Serenity, I'll have to look that up. Serenity is the Hermit. So there would be a few of you out there that could be Virgo, maybe quite a few, maybe Virgo, rising, moon, other placements, maybe strong Mercury energy, grounded, very Mama Gaia kind of, with the crystals here. You got a lot of crystals, so very earth energy, strong earth here. So your masculine wants to talk to you, okay? So he's saying, you don't have to be completely detached from the outside world, but because even though you need your time alone and your space, I just want you to be assured that I'm always there for you. I'm there for you in a physical sense, but I'm there for you also in a spiritual sense. Maybe there are times where I can't actually be with you physically, but if you really truly needed me, then you can call me anytime for me to be with you in a physical sense. I'd be there. But I know that you're very fiercely independent and you need to solve things on your own and seek sanctuary and seek your alone moments and seek illumination while you're in your alone moments. And I understand that. I understand when you need to separate yourself from outside distractions. But you and I feed each other this balance of give and take, it's a reciprocity. It's so, I don't mean to use the word cute, but it's so cute. The way you want to matchmake other people is exactly what's going on for us. Like, we're the perfect match. Like, what you give, I give back and forth, and it's like not consciously, like it just comes naturally with us. We're just back and forth like that, with the ease of just an amazing ease between us without even thought to it. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like I never feel out of balance with you. I never feel like I'm overgiving, and I hope you don't feel like you're overgiving, because I feels like there's this beautiful this connection between us is so yin yang. It's so feeding you what you need when you need it, and you feeding me what I need when I need it, and that feeling that, and it's like, it's like, kind of feels like it's a rotation, feels like making cookies, like kneading something, like a rolling ball feeling. Your creations, the things you make and the things you do, are so incredible. I am so inspired by the way your enterprise. I am amazed by your company, your name, your legacy you're leaving behind, the things that you're doing to help people, the things that you're creating to make this place a better place, the things that you do to make people feel good inside and out, and not focused on the outside, but really caring about people, the whole person. And that's the way you make me feel. You make me feel like a whole person, seen, like I exist, like I'm special and important, like I'm not the middle child, like I am a star, and you're the same star, and you make me feel wonderful. whenever I think of you, and that's all the time. And there's moments where I know where communication gets a little off and crazy, and it hurts me really deeply when I feel I've disappointed you, or we haven't connected correctly, or something's gone wacky in our attunement. But I feel like in a general sense we're super in tune with each other. Like, we really got this going. We really, really do. You and we're gonna make it big time, and I'm so impressed by you. And I promise you, I'm not gonna ride your coattails. I got my own gig too, and I think it'll complement yours very nicely, and we'll be on the same life path and the same mission together to help people on the inside and the outside, you know? So I think that's a great mission for us. And yeah. That's it for him. So let's see what Spirit wants to say in addition to that. He got choked up, started crying, because you see him. Oh, sensitivity. Speaking of choked up crying. Okay, very nice. So Spirit wants you to be more sensitive because you are just too insensitive. No, that's not true. Spirit has got a message to you, a message about sensitivity. Heightened intuition and compassion. So you're both intuitive and compassionate. Like, the things that you do are because of the purpose. The purpose of it is stems from your intuition. Like, you automatically know the needs of people, so, and you have a compassion towards them. Anybody who needs your help, you're like, I got you. I got something for that, you know. So you're becoming more sensitive to the energy and vibrations that precede all physical creation. We can all sense these energies, but our rational minds often override our feelings. Sense beyond what you see with your eyes and hear in your mind. Trust your heart will bring together the most up-to-date information through your senses. When we are open to sensing and feeling love, it also means we're open to sensing and feeling fear. This clarifies the importance of actively choosing where you place your gaze and focus your energy. Don't let old stories determine what you will think and feel. There's no hiding behind words. Feeling sorry for another or situation doesn't help them or you. So don't feel sorry for people. Like, you can find ways to help them, but don't. Feeling sorry brings that feeling, that sorry energy, that sad energy. So it's important to you know, be sensitive without being sad. You have an empathy, but it's more like this on an earth level. So I think there's just a little bit more crown chakra work that you need to do. But it's there, it's strong. It's just, it's balancing that heart chakra sensitivity with your lower, because your lower chakras are doing great. Your root is amazing. You know, you definitely have sacral energy, excitement, solar plexus, confidence, heart chakra sensitivity, but sometimes it can be imbalanced. And then as you move into your higher chakras, your throat, your third eye, and your crown chakra, those things are the places where you need to keep working on, from the heart to the head mostly. And once you get that going, then you're going to feel super confident. Well, you know, you'll be able to say no when you need to, and put yourself first, and have intuitive insights on things that you needed more intuition on, and clarity. So it takes you, so that, you know, feeling sorry doesn't actually help. It doesn't help with solutions. What you're here for is to create reality, not to accept it. You attract what you are, not what you think or what you say, but what you feel. Celebrate your sensitivity. Without it, you may not realize you have a choice. What do you want to bring into your life? All right. So other than that, I mean, I think you've got the entrepreneur spirit. You've got the financial foundation. You have this connected connectedness to the collective consciousness, and you have a very strong bond with your twin flame. It's just a matter of like that fine tuning is just going to really snap everything into place and help you so much more. It's very minor. It's just a little bit more. This is spirit talking. Not even your divine masculine thinks you're perfect just the way you are, and no fine tuning necessary. Anyway, and so does spirit. Honestly, spirit's like, if you need any help, just let me know. But it's just about balancing those upper chakras. I think that will definitely help. Okay. Let's see now what your charms have to say. Ooh, see, it's so funny because I think if I ever have a shop, I've dreamt of shops. Like, I don't actually want to run my own shop. I just want to have a shop with my stuff in it, but I don't want to run it myself. But I want to shop with chandeliers. I want to decorate my shop with chandeliers, like very sparkly, with wings everywhere, and prisms, light catchers, just very sparkly. So there's this, I feel like you might have a business that has a very sparkly atmosphere, could be, or chandelier also represents a very fancy date, going out, something like that. But I see for myself, I see chandelier for myself, I see business. I see like there's this place in League City called Baubles and Beads, and it's like a resale place with all this fine like resale of, where people resale like ball gowns that they use once, whatever. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. So in the resale place, they have all these chandeliers hanging, and that just lends an extra, beautiful essence. And this is your essence too. You're like a chandelier. You're just so beautiful. You're like a disco ball. You are so beautiful. This is Pentacles times 1,000, okay? And so definitely doing well on the financial end. You could end up being a millionaire or a multimillionaire, a billionaire, or even more. You could be, Elon Musk. I don't know. Then you've got the little fishy. You got flounder here. So you are another one. I just sense like right off the bat you have good friends. Like you have people that really you can trust. Very good friends around you. So that's a good thing. You are very creative. I love the palette because I just sense that there are certain ones of you out there that are into cosmetics and the beauty, and I just see like you having an actual palette that you might sell, like this color palette, like eyeshadow or whatever, But you could be also an artist and paint these amazing paintings or do murals or whatever. Like your atmosphere is just like make wings, like whatever you do. Like you could be Fancy Fairy Angela by, who knows, and be just like really rich. And I know Fancy Fairy has a very loving husband, and she makes these beautiful things, and she has good money, but maybe she needs like a little bit of upper chakra balance. I don't know. Anyway, there's just like some fun. Oh, look, you got name. You got the Texas Theater Under the Stars. Some of you might be from Texas or going to Texas or doing something under the stars, or the letters TUTS could represent something. We have Mary Magdalene, so she's about women's causes. Mary Magdalene is here also to talk to people, to women and men, but definitely about feminism and, fighting for female rights. And I feel like you could be quite an activist in that regard. And then you have the moon, so very goddess energy here, and also connected to your dreams and connected in a very soulmate way, in a very telepathic way with your twin flame or soulmate. And then you have the bunny, so I feel like you're also very yes, you're very passionate. You have a lot of high energy, sexy, beautiful. You got a kitty cat, and there is just a wake-up call about to happen here. The trumpet, Gabriel's about to blow his horn and wake you up for something. Like there could be just some kind of adjustment change or something coming into your life. Or you could be a trumpet player or like music, or maybe your person plays the trumpet or plays music. But there's definitely music in the air. But with the trumpet, it's like I hear like a bright sound, like, you know, it's kind of like reveille. You know, it's like, wake up, you know. Yeah. Or jazz, you know. Really good jazz trumpet music. Maybe that's the music playing in your shop. Let's see. I'm curious now about the Scrabble. Let's see if the Scrabble can help us with anything. You have the T came out again, like I was saying, tuts. You have T, O, A, another O, R, U, D. You have a toad. Look, you have a toad. You're totally kissing frogs and then finally found a prince. That is your fairy tale. You have a G, tug. Okay. Maybe somebody's a Taurus. I didn't see. There's none. There's God is here, and dog is here, and Todd, and Tot, and door. Oh, you're very, love is an open door. You're a romantic. It's gonna work out for you. Don't you worry. You got TV. You have votes. See, I feel like it's very possible. Oh no, we don't have an E. But that's okay. TiVo. Adore. You don't have an E, but somebody, your divine masculine definitely adores you. And then yeah, we have theater under the stars, Tut again. Interesting. Well, we don't have the S. But yeah, anything you see, if you see initials, if you see a word that I didn't see, that is your message. And so ends pile number 3, and I hope you like that, everybody. And before I leave, I'm just going to invite you to become a subscriber if you're not. Feel free to comment below if this resonates. Let me know, like, what your story is and how these charms or words or anything else resonates. Before I go, I'm going to shout out my amazing members. These are beautiful people who subscribe to my channel. All of these subscriptions and help keep me alive and going and bringing you the best that I can bring you. And so thank you, Platinum Pixies, Claudia Lane, Ragi, Lupe C, Amira, and Cheryl. Thank you, Golden Fairy, Leo Sunchild, and Twin Flame, Luisa Silva, and Jolene Sutton. And Full of Faithers, Anastasia, Sunny King, Weird Sister, Mary Joy, Arrow's Mine, Wild Owl Rose, Blissful, and Wolfie. And Sparkles of Light, J.R. Colgan, Divine Goddess, Patricia, AA, Kim Calla, Valeska, Chrissy, Jessica, Mona, Mystic Mountain Dance, Brian and Shayla. And thank you, Patreons, Melanie, Trini, Sylvie, Terry, and Marie on the Patreon page over there. If you so choose, the tiers go up a little bit higher, and if you want to be a fancy kind of chandelier donor to help fund all of my beautiful artwork, definitely hang out over there. I'm going to have a sneak peek for all patrons on my new calendar that's coming out. So you'll be the first ones to see my Pixie Dust or calendar, 2022 calendar. So go check that out on Patreon if you're a member. All right, you guys, well, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you around. And faith, trust, and pixie dust.